Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're actually going to be calling out a political party. Now, I do make some politically charged content every once in a while, but I try to remain as neutral as possible. I don't really like preaching a political platform of my beliefs to my audience because I figure people get on YouTube to enjoy themselves, maybe learn something new, but they're not here to be preached at. And that's something I try not to do. I try my best not to do it at least. I try to remain pretty objective and politically neutral when I make videos like this. But today, I'm openly going to be calling out one of the two major political parties here in the United States. There's basically Democrats and Republicans. It's Crip versus Blood, Team Coke versus Team Pepsi, whatever you want to consider it. Basically, politics in the United States is a two-party system where you're either on Team 1 or Team 2. It's a boil down of that Twilight fever everybody had back in like 2009. You're either Team Vamp or you're Team Wolf, man. That's basically politics in the United States. So today's video is sponsored by Shoptimus, the official home of Optimus merch. We just launched our summer 2022 collection and we're passing savings on to you. Most of our products are made right here in the USA, and last year we had over a 99% satisfaction rating with our clothes, accessories, and digital products. With the summer weather here, it's crucial to be comfortable in durable clothing, and our soft, true-to-size shirts are perfect for this weather. With LED mouse pads, posters, shirts, hoodies, shorts, phone accessories, and much more, Shoptimus is your one-stop shop for anything Optimus. You can also get my new book, 10 Years of YouTube, My Journeys ebook, and more. And the best part is, you can shop right here on YouTube. We've connected Shoptimus and Optimus to give you a seamless, easy-to-shop experience right underneath all of your favorite Optimus uploads. But don't wait, use code BESTFANSEVER at checkout for 10% off your entire order. Whether you spend $5 or $100, you can get 10% off today off your entire order at Shoptimus. Go to www.shoptimus.net for more. There's a pretty good chance I'm gonna upset some people with this video because pretty much nobody in this country can handle their political party being called out on the bullshit that they spew, but I'm really not worried about that. At the end of the day, I feel like this is actually pretty important to call out because the hypocrisy here is not only hilarious, but I feel like it's actually pretty dangerous at the same time. So I actually had to do a little bit of digging to figure out why this is even a controversy in the first place. Honestly, I think that this is a pretty good move as a consumer and as a politically conscious person. You guys may or may not have seen some of the political attack ads. I don't know if they have these kinds of things in other countries, but here in the United States, considering once again politics here is basically a football game, you're either on one team or the other to everybody, there's these ads that get rolled, especially when there's like an election coming up from political candidates, where they essentially attack the points and the politicians on the other side. Personally, I think these ads are absolutely worthless. They do nothing to inform anybody on the issues. They don't provide a sound and reasonable argument against the other side. It's basically just an actual attack on the character or person of whoever they're targeting, you know, or whatever group they're targeting. And well, the Democrats are pretty upset at Hulu in this situation because they're refusing to run their attack ads. So this was actually a big enough controversy that tens of thousands of people or people/bots have tweeted about this on Twitter. Right now, Hulu is trending with over 50,000 tweets regarding this situation. And to be honest, I think it's a complete non-controversy. I think it's an issue that Democrats are inventing and making a bigger deal than what it is out of, so they can push this idea that their political platform is being oppressed in some way. It's essentially the same exact thing the Republicans have been doing for like the last 4 years now, except for when the Republicans actually were doing it, the Democrats had an answer, and supposedly that answer was the rule of law, right? Like that's what you did if you had a problem with this. But of course, now that the Democrats are kind of facing the issue that Republicans were facing at this point in time, in a little bit different context, a little bit different of a situation, suddenly they don't know how to handle it, and it's the same problem to them now. So Hulu has gotten themselves into a controversy, I guess, because Hulu decided that they were going to refuse to run political ads basically around the central themes of Democrats' midterm campaign promises/focal points. So a couple of the things that the Democrats are pretty much hammering on right now in order to win elections is abortions and guns. Obviously, Roe v. Wade got overturned by the Supreme Court a few weeks ago, and even though the Democrats did nothing to codify Roe v. Wade into law or realistically protect and expand abortion access to all the Americans that actually favor it, Democrats still stood around for decades while the Republicans promised to get rid of abortion, and then, well, when the Republicans did what they promised, now Democrats are pretending that there wasn't an answer all along and that they had no political clout to do anything, even though they had an easy supermajority in 2009 and also had the President of the United States on their side. But of course, you know, it's basically your fault that abortion access is now restricted in a lot of places because you didn't vote blue enough. So they're mad that Hulu's blocking ads about abortion and gun control and stuff like that. Now, before we even get into the political side of it, as a consumer, I think this is actually a wonderful idea. I get on Hulu a lot to watch TV shows like Family Guy, Ghost Adventures, Pawn Stars, things like this, right? And to be honest, after I've smoked a bowl and I'm ready to just watch TV for the night after a long day of making YouTube videos, honestly, the last thing I want to sit there and hear about is some political shit that I already have to hear about in every other aspect of my life. You already can't escape politics and anything, but of course now Hulu is in the wrong for basically giving you a safe haven from these things. Well, now Democrats are claiming that Hulu is literally censoring them because they refuse to run ads on these political issues. Breaking at Hulu is rejecting our ads calling out GOP attacks on abortion access and gun safety. Their shady policies amount to outrageous political censorship. Americans deserve to know the truth about these issues, and Hulu has no right to block it. Alright, obviously everything is wrong with this tweet. So they call it shady policies and claim that it amounts to outrageous political censorship. Doesn't that sound extremely familiar? Because I recall over the last few years, while Republicans were fucking complaining about getting banned off Twitter and, you know, getting kicked off of, you know, network access shows, whatever else it may have been, right? And they were claiming that they were being censored for all of this stuff happening. Democrats were all for it, man. You know what I mean? There was no such thing as censorship then. Private companies couldn't censor what you were saying based on their actions. How can Twitter censor you? They're a private company. They don't have to abide by the Constitution. If you don't like it, make your own Twitter. It's that easy, guys. If you don't like the political censorship, quote unquote, then stop using the platform. Build your own one. That was the Democrat/left argument for however many years now, but of course now, when faced with the same basic conundrum of a private business not wanting to get involved in politics, Democrats have absolutely no idea what the fuck to do except for to scream, oh, we're being politically censored. So let's go ahead and use those age-old leftist arguments, which by the way, I actually agree with. I believe that private businesses have the right to make decisions based on their business, and if they're not fucking discriminating against people or taking people's actual rights away, etc., I don't really have a problem with that personal decision that the company makes. So if Twitter wants to ban people off their platform, fine, that's okay. There's 900 million other social medias to use, and I don't really have a big problem with that. At the same time, if Hulu or any other company decides they don't want to run political advertising, I don't really see the problem with that either. It's a private company, they can make their own decisions, right? Yeah, well that is until they get to your team, right? That is until they get to your side of the political aisle. Then all of a sudden, it's censorship, and you're being targeted, right? Well, no, that's obviously not the case. You know, I don't think... Let's also talk about this, right? Why do we need Hulu to run political ads? They say, oh, Americans deserve to know the truth about these issues, and Hulu has no right to block it. Well, Hulu has every right to block it. Once again, it's a private company. They get to determine what runs on their ad systems. If they don't want to run any ad on their system, they don't have to. It's their fucking right. It's a private company. If it was publicly owned or something like that, it's a little bit different, but we're talking about a private business where, you know, you don't really have any influence. And honestly, I don't think it's really fair or right of the Democrats to try and bully companies into running their fucking political ads. If your message is so righteous and your message is so truthful and people should just already be siding with you, you shouldn't have to advertise on every single last platform. The truth and the proof should speak for itself. As someone who agrees with a lot of the Democratic ideas, let your platform speak for itself. You already have most of the control of the country, honestly. A lot of the political platforms that the Democrats run on are supported by a majority of Americans. The Democrats are clearly favored in the mainstream media, so why do you need to run ads on Hulu specifically in order for your platform to work? Also, am I the only one who just thinks that Americans probably shouldn't be getting the political information that they use to vote from fucking television? I don't know. I mean, it goes really the same way with a lot of things. Like, I don't think you should be basing what you learn from political attack ads, using that to base your political platform. That's a terrible idea, in my opinion. I mean, all the information you can ask for on any of these platforms is widely available. It's not like, the conversation around abortion is limited at this point. It's been the focal point of American politics for a month now. Obviously, the interest in the issue is there. So do we really need to learn about it on Hulu in between ad breaks on Family Guy? I mean, I don't know. Personally, I don't get what I use to vote from like ads on TV. I don't know. I don't know what percentage of Americans only vote based on information that they read on the internet / aka Twitter and personal accounts of politicians and political attack ads and billboards from these groups, but I really hope it's not as high as I'm thinking it is at this point. You're not educated on politics if this is what you're basing your political preferences off of. If you're watching a Hulu ad and you see the Democrats basically attack the Republicans for 30 seconds and you go, oh man, I'm voting Democrat in the next election, I would not call you an educated voter. The Democrats are acting like this is a fundamental information issue, as if like Americans are going to be, less off because they didn't see political ads on Hulu, when realistically that couldn't be further from the case. I just find it funny that for years Republicans have been talking about, oh, we're being politically censored and all this, and the number one answer from Democrats was always, oh, well then build your own platform. It's a private business. They don't have to listen to you. It's a private business. They're allowed to operate how they choose to. Then when private business actually works against the Democrats, all of a sudden it's outrageous political censorship. And this private company, quote, has no right to block it. Like, this is the problem with these political parties, man. Like, you want so hard to agree with them sometimes. You really, want them to just be right, you know what I mean? But then they just fuck up. They do this. I don't know, man. It's hilarious to me that the Democrats are now using the age-old Republican argument that they've been crying about and trying to talk down on for half a decade, after all of a sudden the issue hits them as well. So I just found that funny, man. With that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel, follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at @SubToOptimus. Make sure to check out Shoptimus down below. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, well, being censored and signing out.